Hello again and welcome back to my kitchen. Now this afternoon I'm going to do a canning video. Some of y'all have asked me about canning, and this is another recipe that I got from a really good friend when I was just a young married lady, and I wanted to can. Margaret has made this sweet relish for many years, and her family always is begging for jars of it, and I got her recipe, again, probably back in the late 70s, and I've been making it ever since. It's a really good sweet relish. Now, I went ahead and on my Tupperware Grate Master, I grated my cucumbers and my carrots. See? Let me see if I can get some of both of them on here. And if I'm real brave, I'll just bring it over there and let you look. See, it grated them really nicely. Okay, come on and focus. Okay, just a good, you don't want them real finely grated. So I got them grated, and then I've chopped some of my onions in the Power Chef here, and some of the red bell peppers, but I'm going to do a few just to show you how neat it works. I did like 9 or 10 pulls, and they're not mush. My red bell peppers are not mushy, but they're just a good chop. So that's what I wanted. I'm going to put that in the bowl with everything else. And what you do, you get all of this chopping done, and you put, the recipe calls for a handful of salt. I do about a half a cup. You stir it up, and you're going to put about a half a cup of salt on it. Now, it also calls for 4 large onions, and I've already chopped the rest of them, but I thought I would do a little bit on the camera to show y'all the process. So I'm going to chop the rest of the onions. This is the neatest thing. It just, always using my food processor, my onions I would do them to mush. But with this little Power Chef, it just makes a nice small chop. You can, the more you pull it, the smaller it gets. So I've got my onions done now. 4 large onions. Just a minute and I'll read y'all the whole recipe where you'll have it. I'm going to put them into my big old container here. Love these big red bowls. Found them at a little grocery store. I think they were $2 a piece. I got me 2 of them. And I have used and used and used them. Okay, let me make room here. Okay, the recipe calls for 3 cups of carrots grated. I've got the 3 cups of carrots in there. 7 cups of cucumbers. That's grated cucumber. 4 large onions, either grated or chopped very finely. 4 red peppers, chopped very small. And I did that on the Power Chef. And 2 small or 1 large jars of pimentas, and I used a large jar of pimenta. Now you're going to mix all of this together, and you're going to put your salt on it, sprinkle it on there, and just let it kind of draw the moisture out of it, because you know how wet cucumbers are, and the bell peppers have a lot of liquid too. So I'm going to mix this around. It's so pretty. Mix it around and put the salt on it and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to drain it, and then you make the vinegar solution that you cook it on the stove, bring it to a boil. You put this in, and you boil every bit of it for 20 minutes in the vinegar solution, and then you put it in your jars and seal it. So it's not hard, it just takes a little time to get all of this ready. But it just makes such a colorful and delicious sweet relish. It's good in tuna, it's good in potato salad, it's good on purple whole peas. It's just some good stuff. I want to show y'all how pretty this looks. Isn't that pretty? The colors are just, it's just a pretty relish. So I'm going to get me about a ½ cup of the pink Himalayan salt. put it on there to draw out some of the... Okay, I've got me about a half a cup, and that may be too much. But it didn't say an amount, it just said about a handful. Maybe I'll put a snitch less. But my hand will hold a pretty good bit. So you just sprinkle that on the top, and then you just let it set. And it's going to have a lot of water in the bottom when this gets through. Then I'll pour it through a strainer and get the water off of it. Then I will put it all in the pot. I'm going to fix my liquid, my vinegar solution. And that's 5 cups of sugar, 3 cups of apple cider vinegar, and a half cup of water, 1 tablespoon of celery seed, and 1 tablespoon of mustard seed. I'm going to get that up to a boil, and then I'm going to put my cucumber mixture in there, and I'll boil it for 20 minutes. I'll have my jars ready, and I'll get it jarred, and then I'm going to water bath it for 15 minutes to make sure that it seals really good. Now, always my mama and Margaret and them would put it in, have your jars hot and put the hot liquid in, then they just stand the jars on their head. And then the next morning they were sealed, or that afternoon when they cooled. But I am going to water bath it because that's what they recommend doing, and I want to be sure that it seals really well. So let this set. I'll get the jars ready, I'll get the solution ready, and I'll bring y'all back to watch the process of jarring it and getting it into the water bath. Okay, I wanted to bring y'all back for a minute and show you how the salt pulls the liquid out of the cucumbers and stuff. See, that makes your relish crunchier when all of the liquid is out. Okay, it's time for me to get the vinegar solution heating, and then I will pour my cucumber mixture over into it. So it calls for 3 cups of apple cider vinegar into the pot, 5 cups of granulated sugar, a tablespoon of celery seed, and a tablespoon of mustard seed. And that's all there is to it. I'll get that on the stove, and I'm going to bring it up to a boil. Then I will add my vegetables, cucumbers, to it, carrots, bell peppers, onions, and that it needs to cook for 20 minutes. And then I'll put it into my hot jars and get it into the water bath where I'll be sure that it seals. So I'll bring y'all back in just a minute when it's done and I'm ready to jar it up and get it in the water bath. Okay, I wanted to show y'all I've got my vinegar and all of my sugar and my seed in here, and I'm trying to get it up to a boil. And then I'll just bring my vegetable mixture over and put it in here and let it boil for 20 minutes. I've got my water bath water heating, getting ready to put my jars in there to make sure they seal. So I'll bring you back when I have something else to show you. Okay, I've got the all of the vegetables in, and it's beginning to simmer. Just going to show you, look at those colors. It's just so pretty, and it makes whatever you put it in beautiful. So I'm going to let this simmer now for 20 minutes, and then I will jar it up, and I will bring y'all back for that. Okay, everything is ready. My jars are sterile, and then I put them in the oven to keep them nice and hot. And I'm going to jar it up and get it in my water bath. I want to still leave some headspace, even though I'm not pressure canning it. I want it to have enough headspace that it'll seal. Okay. It sure makes a pretty relish. It's pretty colors. Uh-oh, that got a little too much. I'll have to come back and take a little bit out of that one. A little bit too much in one. Okay, Okay, I'm going to finish jarring them up, and then I will bring y'all back in just a minute and show you what else when I start putting them in the water bath. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. I've got them all in my water bath. And you don't have to have any particular kind of a pot to do water bath. It just has to have a rack in the bottom. They can't set flat on the bottom of the pot. And they need to be covered with boiling water. So I'm going to let that come up to a boil. And again, it was pretty well boiling. And I'm going to let them boil for about 15 minutes to where I can make sure that they're sealed. And then I'll take them out and I'll show y'all how pretty they are. Now I had a little bit. See, it tastes wonderful, and it's crunchy. You can still, you can hear the crunch when you bite into it. It's good on cream cheese with crackers. It's good to use anywhere that you would use a sweet relish. Okay, I want to show y'all. See how pretty the colors are? It makes such a pretty relish. So out of that, I got 9 pints, and then I got a half pint. So you can kind of figure how much that that recipe is going to yield. I'm going to sit this over there, and then I'll be right back. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I have some more canning videos planned. I'm going to be canning up some more chicken. That little store had it on sale again this week, and it's on sale again this coming week. So I'll be putting some more chicken up. And of course, if the garden makes it all, I'll be doing some peas and green beans and things this summer. Like I always do, just put enough up till next summer. Okay, I wanted y'all to get a look at the 9 pints of relish. And up close, I think it's just so pretty. And I had the one little extra one, and I just dumped it on its head like I used to do, because I'm going to put it in the refrigerator anyway and use it first. But the rest of them were water baths, so I'll be assured of their seal. And then we've got vegetables from the garden. My kitchen is just always, it makes me feel like it's cluttered during canning season because I have stuff everywhere. I have the pots that I can with and vegetables, but the yellow squash, the zucchini, and some of the cucumbers have come out of our garden. That one red bell that's in there, I bought it, but the rest of it we're growing. So y'all will see some more recipes incorporating the vegetables that we're growing, and probably some more canning. And I imagine I'll freeze dry some zucchini and some yellow squash, and I'll try to bring y'all along for that too. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this. If there's something in particular that you would like to see canned, if you'll mention it in the comments below, if I know how and if I can do it and I feel comfortable, I'll fix it for you. So in the meantime, y'all enjoy your day and find you something fun to do in the kitchen, and your family will be awfully glad you did. Y'all have a blessed evening.